Alright, streaming. I really like this game. Thank you. I like it because there's no randomness involved, right? There's no everything is strategy. It happens the way you say it's going to happen, right? And it's very simple. If the enemy captures something or you make a mistake, well, why did you lose? Well, it's because you made the mistake. It's your fault. There's no one else who you can blame. Right? And that's crap. Where did all these guys come from? No, I'm gonna march these guys back down this way. Okay, so Communist Empire is playing. Russian Empire is playing. Is this artillery? That would sort of make sense. Regardless mortification. I mean, yeah, everything in this game just makes sense, you know? Yeah, Germany's attacking here like I figured he would. And now this is going to be an interesting flashpoint here, but I guess we'll see what's happening, who's really playing and who's not. Germany's moving sort of a little fast, sort of abnormally fast, but I guess it's not completely unexpected. The Russian Empire is done, but I have a feeling I'm going to be getting hit with everything that the Communist Empire has left. Which is frustrating, to tell you the truth, but not unexpected. What we do now depends on which way this guy is going to be moving. I assume he's going to follow this road and then try to take Kaunas and Vilnius. I'm going to hold here at Vilnius. The only other problem is if he comes down this road to Grodno. But it seems unlikely. At least, like, if he did that, he'd be playing smarter than I give him credit for right now. I don't think he'd make that sort of play. This guy's gonna try to bash down my front door, despite the fact that it's fortified up the wazoo. So he's just gonna walk in through Vilnius, and I'm gonna hammer him here. Like, this guy's not the brightest. Here, this guy's infantry is on the way to attack. My infantry, which, since it's stationed in a city, just automatically gives it, like, good cover. Interestingly enough, he is building militia, but militia moves like a snail and takes forever to get wherever it wants to go. So let me see how my production's coming. Alright, this is good, this is good. I'm not getting any additional factories, but that's sort of to be expected. Alright, I can build something new here. I've got enough plane factories, I've got my naval base. So this I'm going to make... What do I want? Infrastructure level 2, I think. Tanks will be done in 6 hours. Germany's picking up steam. I'm going to walk this guy up to Riga. I have a feeling that there's no one here, and if there isn't, then I can just take this factory for free, which would be nice. I also want someone in the back of this to keep taking whatever provinces he vacates. Yeah. We're about to find out what this actually is. I have a feeling that this is artillery. It would make sense for this to be artillery anyway. And if it is, my tank's going to drive through it like a knife through butter. If it's artillery and an anti-tank, I'll have to, like, slow down and see what it is, but... I mean, actually, I can find out right now. Patrol up this way. Yeah, I'm gonna reinforce Vilnius with this. I'll know in 5 minutes. I won't log off for the next 5 minutes so that I can tell which way this guy is going with his 11th Armored Car Division. But again, as I look at this, there's nothing completely unexpected that's happening. I've managed to wipe out his production completely. I'll leave Yaroslav to Russian Empire. Because I'm nice, you know. But I want Vitebsk. Turkey is taking a bunch. This entire army column is basically suiciding itself. Now this is interesting. He's avoided Kharkov and Poltava. That tells me that Turkey's got troops. Or what is this? Ukraine has troops stationed in both of those areas. Which actually makes me think Ukraine's not playing. Which is good. Germany's going to take Czechoslovakia and then move the rest of his troops west. 1, 2... Ah, dang it. This guy knows what he's doing. Germany's no fool. He is no fool. You know what? I don't want this to get retaken by Latvia. So I'm going to make a sort of risk and send this one army to land right there in Tallinn. So I can take this factory. I doubt that I'll be able to use it for much, but it does give some additional steel. At this point, it's about resource grabbing. The fight is basically over. Like, yeah, okay, 3 artillery. Look at this. 0.5 defending against tanks. This one tank is going to hit this thing so hard. And actually, I'm going to ignore this. I'm going to have it attacking the artillery. Because this is what? Defends 1 against airplanes. That's worse than, like, basic infantry. The one thing that's really annoying, though, is that in the fight against Minsk, I lost all of my armored tanks. I had 3 of them, if you remember. And they were wiped out by this, like, initial deal. That's why I'm rebuilding 4 tanks, right? So. But, I mean, there's not much I can do about that. Oh. I'm not going to write my own newspaper article yet. What the? Ho ho ho! I thought France and Spain were... Nah, okay, that's interesting. France is not playing, but Spain attacked them. That's what I'm guessing from looking at this picture. Because these both should belong to France, and it means that Spain moved in. He hit Bordeaux. From the sea? Man. I'm liking Spain. Holy. Because you can't take Bordeaux that way from the land. Like, look at this road. He would have had... I mean, I guess he technically could have. But there was also mentioned some destroyers were sunk. Okay. Interceptor. This is horrifically bad for France. Spain lost 2 submarines? How did that happen? Now this is interesting. Look at these casualty figures. Northern United States is playing really well. He's managed to take out all of this from the south, from southern United States. I'm still about even with Communist Russia, but Communist Russia has been taking casualties way more places than just fighting me. Like, look, he's been taking casualties here as well, 8,000 in Ukraine. This is interesting. This rotates. I didn't notice that. It just was military. It's rotating between it's rotating between morale and economy. All right. Yeah, he is going this way. See? What did I tell you? Well, I mean, I guess the point will be if he hits me, if he moves south along this road, but he won't. Because let's remember, this person is very dumb. I don't think he even has any troops left in the area. No. I'll hit him in 50 minutes. This guy's actually starting to annoy the heck out of me. Not really anything I can do, though, at this point. Anything I should do with this? I can't really think of anything. I guess just leave it now. On a larger like strategic planning, once I'm done sort of dealing with communist Russia, I'm going to turn my troops south and start taking Ukraine. And then that'll lead me to Romania. There's a lot of like minor areas I can take. That'll leave Russian Empire free to clear through Finland and then start moving south as well. And it'll box him up from getting into my areas because I don't want him messing with me. South United States is going to be interesting. And Spain is proving sort of to be interesting as well. I expect Germany to sort of attack France soon. We'll see what happens, though. There's a lot of things that are going to change in the next day, depending on how this game goes. But at least my role in this is still pretty well defined. I don't have any big choices to make at the moment. It's sort of just build up my forces, deal with communist Russia, which has been annoying. It's been a setback, and then just kind of keep spreading out. At least he's not using gold. That would be sort of disgraceful. Although with the amount of troops he's already lost, maybe he is using gold. Who knows? Alright, that's it for now. I'll be back in like 30 minutes. I want to study Mixer a little bit, so I can get better at that, but then I'm going to probably start a run of Deathless Fall, of Jedi Fallen Order. Bye.